Am I smarter
There
now?
it is.
Awesome. So yeah, so Sandra's gonna get started, and if you guys have questions while she's teaching, go in the chat. Unless she wants you to just unmute yourself, but feel free to do either or. And if anyone wants to volunteer to have a Facebook profile review of your profile, let her know in the chat, and we'll get it started.
Awesome. Well, I am super excited to be here. I've got a little bit of a weird connection happening. Montana's hitting me, I guess, here, but I'm super excited to chat with you guys today. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking about at the Insurance Growth Workshop in January 15th in Austin, Texas, is the importance of social media marketing, right? Most of you guys have worked with me in some capacity or currently working with me, and you guys know that I'm extremely passionate about organic social media marketing. So what that means at its core is the word organic means that you're doing it for free, right? So we're taking platforms that normally we're just actively participating on, posting, keeping our family up to date and our old high school friends. Well, now what we're doing is we're monetizing those platforms to generate leads, to build up our own personal brand, and to use essentially a brand new tool. I mean, overall, it's still a pretty new tool to use to market your business. So traditionally, what we've learned in the past, and those of you guys that went to a place like Allstate University, like I did, right? The very first thing you need to do when you start your business is you need to get a bus bench ad, right? Like once you get your bus bench ad, then you're good. Then if you have enough money left over, then you get a commercial, right? And that's the plan. And then Yellow Pages calls you and you get a Yellow Page listing. And if you're like me, you spend they really got me, the Yellow Pages people. If they're calling you guys, you don't need that. I promise you, I spent like $2,000 on this Yellow Page thing. It was ridiculous. Stefan knows what I'm talking about. He's been there. So what we want to start looking at is, how can we be omnipresent? How can we set ourselves in a place where every time somebody turns on their computer, anytime they go to a networking event, our name comes up, right? So the first thing we're going to look at today is our Facebook profile. So is your Facebook profile set up in a manner that people can get to know, like, and trust you the same way they would in a traditional networking feel? And are they able to learn a little bit more about your business and make a buying decision from you? So we're going to go through. I saw Travis jumped in here. What up? Looking like you're fresh off the bank robbery. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump right in, and we're going to talk about Travis's profile. Okay. So I've got some messages here of other people that wanted profile reviews and stuff. I will tell you guys now, in case somebody has a sales call or something come in, if you buy a ticket to the Insurance Growth Workshop, I will do a free profile review one-on-one with you before you go to the workshop. So you have that handled as you go into the rest of the digital frontier, if you will. So Travis, you ready? Oh, Victor, you gotta give me screen sharing.
I'm ready.
All right. Travis and I tried this once, it didn't work. Some internet connection issues. So super excited to do this. All right. So just a reminder, you guys, when we go into my Facebook, I mean, it's live. It's what's happening. So you're going to see messages pop up. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. So bear with me if it's something inappropriate. Those are the people I hang out with. What we want to look at here, let me find Travis down here so I can see him seeing me. So the very first thing we want to look at is where are people's eyes drawn to, right? And we have to think about this icon right here, your profile picture. When somebody's in the news feed, they're going to associate that with you almost like a logo, right? So that's why I always have, even if I change my picture, I have this pink background on it. I believe Victor's is blue, right? And what that does is that just allows people to put that recognition in with your name, with your brand, if you will. So as you can see, as my computer loads, hey Victor, can you drop this in newsfeed nobility for me real quick? A couple of people that are a little confused here.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. So you can see here as this loads, high speed internet. You can see that you'll start. You always just kind of recognize his floating face, right? You can see mine, and you can see that people only have a quarter of a second to take in the information that's coming at them. So we want to make sure that our profile picture is one that when we comment, people are going to know that's me making a comment. David Campert said one day, he's like, even if I don't have my glasses on, I know that's you commenting, because he just sees that pink background, right? And there's people that have, like my buddy Floyd here, he's had this terrible profile picture forever, but he's had it so long that I know that's Floyd driving around in a Ranger, right? But one of the big things that we pop into is sometimes we want to put, like Travis here, you've got your fiance, is that right, Travis?
No, that's my wife.
Your wife? Okay. So you've got your wife and somebody else on this profile picture. So when you comment, we're not quite sure if it's you or if it's somebody else and we're reading the name wrong, right?
You're right. I actually just changed my profile pic because I knew you were going to tear me up on that.
Where'd you go? Oh, you were doing it as we were talking.
You're right. That's why I was late.
Yeah, you got you and Coach Bert. I was like, all right. I was like, something happened. I couldn't even find you. See what happened? I couldn't even find you. So you and Coach Bert.
That's my mom in my picture there. That's my mom, not my wife.
Okay.
Sandra, sorry to interrupt real quick, but since I gave you host abilities, just admit all into the waiting room whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. I think we got one more Tabitha's coming in. All right. So, and Blaine, what up, guys? So now he's got that, handled, right? So those of you guys that are joining right now, what we're talking about is the importance of having a solid profile picture. And what I really love about what Travis has done here, so he went from a picture with 2 women in it to a picture with him and Coach Bert. Now, what's so cool about this is you can kind of leverage Coach Bert's celebrity, right? So that's a really cool play to have, especially because it's obviously not like a pose, like, you know, hey, will you take a selfie with me real fast sort of thing, right? You guys are in a moment here, so you can see that. I would leave this for as long as you can, okay? And then your profile, your picture up here, I don't have a problem with putting your family in a banner picture, okay? You can do one of 2 things. You can have your family there, you can have like a business logo, like I have my business logo up there. All it does is it needs to tie back into your bio here. So right here, you're saying family is everything. So it makes sense that you would have a picture of your family on your banner page. A lot of times people are like, well, no, that needs to be my logo. I have to be professional, whatever that means, right? Anytime somebody says I have to be professional, I'm like, have you ever seen Joe Campert speak in a basketball jersey? Because professional is really what you make it now. So I love this, and I love this intro that you have here as well, where it's, so what happens with these intros is people will put the most important things to them first, okay? So this is a tip for you guys when you're reaching out to people. So those of you guys that are familiar with the 5x5x5, you always want to look at somebody's profile and see, if I'm going to talk to Travis, I know that I can start a conversation about his wife, about his kids, about his family, and it's not just business only. Now, if I went into this profile and it said, world's best insurance agent, I'm setting the world on fire, helping 300 families this year, that means that they want to talk about business. That's our whole intent here. But with Travis, you know that you can go in and you can have a conversation about his family. So you can say, you can go through his last couple of posts and say, oh, you know, I see that you and Brittany did XYZ, right? Because I can see her name pop up over here. So this is, I really, really like this. Now over here, the first thing we want to do is we want to take off any former job. Okay. The theory being that the more that we can show all these cool places we've worked, the more people are going to trust us, right? It's going to build more trust. What it actually does is it's confusing. It builds audience confusion. Because again, Facebook, any social media marketing is interruption marketing. So people came to Facebook to go do something else, right? They're supposed to be making sales calls for your office, right? They're supposed to be following up on leads, but instead they're on Facebook, right? Or you're going through Facebook at the end of the night. You're not going on Facebook going, geez, I wonder if I'll run across Travis Welch and maybe I can buy some insurance today. So we want everything to be quick and clean. You have a quarter of a second to capture somebody's attention, and then you're not going to hold that attention very long. So the more stuff we have over here, the harder it is to keep that attention. So I like that you have your page connected right here. That's perfect. People can go in, they can like it. They can go to your website, they can message you. Do you not have a phone number on here? Double check that. I'm not going to click on it right now since my internet's acting so goofy, but we'll go back and look at it here in a bit. So this is your own page, Travis. This isn't anybody else's.
Which page? Sorry.
The First Class Insurance Service.
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, so what happens often, let's say that you're a sales agent or you're with State Farm or Allstate. What happens is we use their pages, right, that they set up for us. And it's like Allstate, Sandra Gebhardt. Well, you don't want to use those pages because what it does is it takes people to the State Farm website. It takes people to the Allstate website. People put on here, you know, I've seen people put on here that they work for healthcare.gov. That's the last place you want to send somebody, right? So keep in mind that we're building the know, like, and trust with people. We're doing the marketing. We're putting ourselves out there. So you need to have a page that is marketed to you. I started out as a sales agent, and the very first thing I did was I made a page called Sandra Gebhardt Insurance. I worked for, you know, XX Insurance. I wasn't even an agent, but I had my own page so that I could control the leads that came in. I didn't have to split them with anybody else. So make sure that you have your own page and make sure that you have people go and like it. Send it to your buddies. Say, hey, go like this. Get into your wife's Facebook and have them like it. And then make your kid a Facebook and have them like it, right? Go get some likes on the page and some reviews. So Travis, I would take this off. Now, one thing that I saw that was really cool, this was not my original organic idea, but it's one I sold. I don't even remember who I saw it on. But what they did was they actually went on and put where they studied insurance, right? It was like studied insurance at Kaplan University, which I thought was so cool. So you can actually put your education in there when it comes to insurance. I just thought that was kind of a really cool flex. And invite you guys to add that in as well. It just shows that you're really educated. We want to take off past jobs one more time. I'm going to say it twice because I mean it. The schools, you can leave all of your schools, where you live, where you're from, who you're married to. All of that's important because somebody that's looking for a local agent is going to be able to see, you know, boom, you are a local agent. You clearly are an Indianan man.
I am.
I believe I said that right.
Just call me a Hoosier.
On the collections here, I would love to see 3 of these at least. So all as you do is on your profile, there's a little edit hyperlink right here. So break it up: family, insurance, and I know you're passionate about workouts, right? So do a collection with your family, one about your business, and one about your hobby. And then just go in and try to update those. If you're me, try to update them every 6 months. If you're not, you know, you can update them more. Yeah, I was like, spin move coming up behind you. So Travis, I'd love to see you adding more friends, doing the first 5, right? 5 people a day. You're at 1,268 people. You have the chance to have 5,000 of your ideal clients on here. and you can say whatever you want to them. So you guys imagine that you have this billboard, right? And I said, every single day, people are going to drive by this billboard. You can tell them whatever you want on the billboard. And I promise you that the 5,000 people that you want to do business with, whether it's referrals, whether it's mentoring, whether it's people that want to buy from you, they're going to drive by that every day. And all you have to do is put up the billboard message. That's the same thing that Facebook's doing for you. Okay. So anytime you don't have this filled up with people, you're just losing out on cars driving by your billboard. You guys with me on that? So that doesn't mean that we go through and we start adding every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Sally, Joe, and I don't know what the women's, Callie will say. What it means is we get intentional with who we're going to add, right? So look at the groups, like a group like the Insurance Syndicate. What agents are giving a lot of value? What agents are educating in there? What agents are going to be good referral partners for you? What agents are in Indiana that write other lines of business? Add those guys. When you write a client that you really love, let's say that Kyle's your client. Well, you're going to have some mutual friends. Go to his friends list and see who else is he. Stock his profile a little bit and say, you know, where are the other people like Kyle that I want to write more insurance with, right? And then you can tag Kyle in some things and comment on his stuff and show everybody that you're not just an insurance agent, but you're part of the community, you're local, and you can start adding like-minded clients of your ideal client avatar. Does that make sense? Now, when it comes to your actual feed, so your profile set up like a television program. And what we want is we want people to tune into it, and we want it to be the show that everybody wants to tune into. And when they go through in their first 3 scrolls, they should be able to see what you're about. So you've got this incredible Facebook profile. Good job. You've got Coach Bird in here, person of interest, and it shows that you've got a coach, right? That's huge. Now, what happens is people are like, well, I don't think this bio is all that important. Now, if you didn't have the words insurance agent in here and you saw my coach with Coach Bert, would people know that you're in insurance? Absolutely not. That's why that intro is so important. Now we know that you have a business coach. This looks like he could be your basketball coach, right? That's why that intro is so important. Having the right page on there to let people know this is what I do, in case they're just now coming across you. So you've got some really good comments on here. You're doing a good job of responding back to people. That's important too. You have to respond back to these comments. So you've got somebody in the community tagging you about being part of the community. So that's huge here too. I love that. This looks like, you guys are over it here. I'm not quite sure what this is. Somebody giving back to the community, which is fine, right? But what I'm seeing here, Travis, is I'm seeing a lot of people tagging you and you're not in control of the message, right? Whereas if you go into your group, you're super in control of the message, right? You're super inspirational. So you're holding something back on your own profile. So my challenge to you is to go in here and post 2 times a day. Post one thing that's just kind of happening in your day. You know, I worked out this morning. That would be huge. Everything that you're posting in, give me the name of your group again. Oh, I can't hear you. It's like Fit Insurance Agents. You're muted. That's the problem. It's still the quote. It's going to be the quote in 2022 too. You're muted right now. Drop it in the chat. It can't unmute. But you know, if we know that fitness is a huge passion of yours, bring it over to your profile. You know, hell, I worked out this morning. Here's a clip of me working out. You know, what are you doing to work out, especially going into New Year's, right? Because everybody's going to work out really hard for the next 14 days, right? So you can capture their attention with that. This is great, you know, sharing a little bit of your family in here. So what we're missing is the ability to know, like, and trust you. We know that other people know, like, and trust you because we're seeing a lot of content being shared with you, some funny things, things like that. What we want to do is we want this to read like, this is what I do. So we want to do one personal thing every day and then one business thing every day. A really, really easy hack for the business thing is you can do an end of the day wrap up. So you can say, you know, oh, I helped 5 families today, or I organized my calendar today. Whatever you actually did today, wrap it up at the end of the day and let people know. And then share one story you had. Even if you didn't per se work, but you just had a meeting with Coach Burt, then you can go in and say, you know, oh, I'm working on my goals and I've met with Coach Burt and this is what we're focused on this next year. I'm super excited about it. What are some of your goals? If we're talking about insurance, I'm going to use P&C as an example. You know, oh, I talked to 10 different families today, and I've talked to Tabitha's family, and that one really stuck with me because they're trying to buy a home and they needed to get some expenses lowered. I was able to come in and help them lower their insurance and actually get more coverage, right? Tell a little bit of a story in your end of day wrap up. So for me, it's a little bit different. I jumped over to my profile. When students tag me in things, that's part of that credibility, that trust. And my screen's gonna freeze up here again. But what you want to do, again, the importance is being able to let people know first few scrolls what you do. Because when you're posting on other people's timelines, when you're having conversations with them, then they're starting to build that know, like, and trust with you. And if they want to go learn more about you, they should be able to scroll through that feed. And then they're going to be like, okay, I see what's going on. Travis is part of our community. He's big into fitness. I'm big into fitness, right? People that are into fitness tend to be better clients, especially if you're writing life insurance, things like that, right? And just you have to let people take a peek behind the curtain. Does that make sense? So what we're going to do right now, before we do question and answers, I think I hit that right on the head. You know, Victor said 10 to 15 minutes. It's 26 minutes. Sounds about right for me. So everybody stop what you're doing right now. Even if you're on a sales call, just pause it. Tell them, oh, hold on 1 second, and grab your phone or do a screenshot, whatever works the best for you. But take a picture of this training, put it up on your Facebook. I mean, it really just truly is that easy. So like, I'm gonna do a story. Insurance growth workshop. Check it out. Travis was there. Victor was there. Christy was there. Manny was there. So many fun people. And just make a post that says, oh, nice, I like it, Stephen. Just make a post. You know, I took a half an hour out of my day to become a better insurance agent for you. It's important to me that I stay at the top of my game so that you have the best insurance agent locally that not only is worried about your coverage, but being a better human, a better neighbor, however you want to phrase it. But just let people know, you know, hey, this is what I'm doing. Check me out. Watch me go, right? Those of you guys that follow me pretty heavily, you might see me. I even use that hashtag watch me go. Because people want to see you succeed. They want to get behind your brand, right, Christy? You've done a great job of that. Christy's doing live videos every single day. She's bringing people into her brand. She's showing, you know, she's a mom that has kids at home and she's running a business and she's killing it, right? So we just want to let people know anytime you're doing something, this might seem really, really small to you. But the fact is that, I don't know what, 45 or 50 people registered for this and half of you guys showed up. You guys are showing up. You guys are the winners. Hashtag winners show up, right? So even though it's something that you do often, you're like, oh yeah, I'm all about educating. I'm all about pushing myself. I'm all about learning things and staying on the top of trends. Not everybody else is doing that. It's worth posting. If you're reading a book, if you're going to conferences, if you're jumping onto things like this, let your audience know. You want to let them know every time you're starting to level up, every time you're doing something that's going to make you a better agent. And that's one of the things people say, and I'm sure it popped into Travis's head for a second, like, okay, I'll post, but what do I post about? And that's what you want to post about. You want to let people know, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. And the same way you would if you were at a networking event, right? So we really want to think about this like we're replacing networking in real life with networking online. So how would you introduce yourself in a networking meeting? What stories would you tell at a networking meeting? When you go to a conference, are you like, hi, I sell some insurance, right? No, you're like, hey, I'm licensed in Indiana and these are the things I specialize in. But when it comes to posting it on Facebook, we're like, I sell insurance. Maybe you might want to quote, right? We want to bring some of our personality out and let people build that know, like, and trust with us. I went a few different directions. We've got questions. Want to do questions, Victor? Everybody join a Fitsurance agent mindset too. Even if you're not working out every day, it'll get you motivated to start doing it. Travis is doing a really good job with that group. Anybody got a question for me? Sure, there's a bunch that everybody's got. You can message me too. I know it can get awkward. Victor, do you want to tell them about the conference? And again, just to remind you guys, as Victor gets going here in this, anybody that buys a ticket today, I will do a free profile review for you, and we'll get really in depth in it, so that you're set up and ready to go. Victor is going to tell you all about it. Can you guys hear Victor? Vic, your audio is not coming through. Your Yeti's letting you down.
How about now? Can you hear
There
me?
he is.
Sorry.
There he is.
This Yeti mic, I pressed the mute button and it doesn't actually push. It's like touch. Weird. Okay. So Manny has a question. He says, when do you use a story as opposed to a regular post?
So your stories are your story features are great to let people know kind of the play-by-play of your day, right? So I'm doing this right now. I'm doing this right now. I'm doing this right now. Like my story today will be this. Then Gage and I are going to the comic book store. Then I'm going to do some done for you stuff. So I'll post things on that. I like to keep 2 to 3 stories going all the time because there's people, again, everything you put out is like a television program. So people come to expect that content. So a lot of times I'll put up things, I'll put up offers that I'm putting onto my stories and give that to people that are watching my stories first, give them first crack. But it's kind of it's the best place to give those play-by-plays.
Awesome. And Iris says she just joined Fitsurance Agents.
Working out.
Awesome. Anyone else have any other questions for Sandra while we have her here? Austin, I'm calling on you. All right, cool. Well, if no one else has any questions, I want to thank all you guys for coming. Like Sandra said earlier, we do have a workshop that we're doing in Austin, Texas on January 15th. It'll be from 9 to 4. We're going to have like some of the most incredible speakers. We have Sandra, who's going to be there. We have Olivia Appleberry, Tony Merwin, Brad Hannon, Joe, Sam, and David Campert. We've got Elle Denning. We've got Mike Moore, Matt Murray, like this star-studded lineup of speakers. So we're going to be teaching you guys everything A through Z on taking your agency into the digital world and staying ahead of the trends, and really being able to take advantage and make use of essentially all the technology that's out there that's going to help you stay ahead of the curve and really be at the forefront of the insurance industry. Because you guys know InsurTech's coming in, and all this crazy technology and apps and everything that's out there. It's super important that you're able to bring your agency to a point where you can make use of every single piece of technology outside of just insurance. So you have social media, you have, all these apps and all these other things. So the speakers that we have at the event are going to be teaching you their ways of how they've really managed to not only just grow and scale it, but monetize it as well. So definitely want to put that out there. And then Sandra said, anyone who signs up that isn't signed up already, if you'd like to attend, she'll do a one-on-one Facebook profile review with you as well. So that's just a little added thing on top of that. So cool. I appreciate everyone for stopping in today. Annalie, are you going to post this call into the group? Yes, the recording will be in the group. It'll also be on my YouTube page, so I'll post that as well. And then Denise, is the workshop going to be available virtually? It's not, just because we want people to be there. So I know it's difficult for travel and everyone, but we try to keep the workshops really close and intimate. We want people to have their questions answered and that kind of stuff. So we won't be doing a virtual call on that though. And then what group, Iris? It's the Insurance Growth Workshops group. So I'll post the link to that page in here in 2 seconds. And if you guys aren't following it or like it, just hop in there and you can, where is the share button? There we go.
So I know that Travis entered for the $100. I know Kathy did. Did anybody else see the post where you shared the message, registered, and then showed up today? Speak now. Right now it's between Kathy and Travis. Tara did too. Anybody else? All right. So Travis, Kathy, and Tara, I'm going to send Victor a message with a secret number, and then you guys pick a number between 1 and 10. Sent it so you guys don't think I'm cheating.
Has been sent.
So just unmute. Take a number. Oh, I see 7, 8, and 9. Look at that, 7, 8, 9. So Travis is our winner. Chicken dinner. Tell him the number, Victor.
3.
It was 3. Travis was a close. It's always 3. So just so you know, since a lot of you guys follow me, we do this again. Like 6-3. So but be sure, if you're not connected with Victor and myself, if you're not following Insurance Growth Workshops, keep an eye out on it. We will randomly give away cash prizes to help people figure out the time that they want to come. We'll get Travis connected and I'll get him his $100. But if you're not connected with us, please do so. Thank you guys so much for coming today. This was a lot of fun. So take a deeper dive into this. And if you had a question, you're too nervous to ask in front of everybody, just shoot me a direct message. And I'm happy to answer it.
Awesome. All right. Well,
back to you, Victor.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys again. We like keeping these like at 30 to 45 minutes so that you guys can get back with the rest of your day. I know this one was on short notice, so thank you, Sandra, because we just had an awesome one with Joe on Monday. So Sandra hopped on here with 2 days notice and we put this together. So thank you everyone for stopping in today. Keep an eye out on the Insurance Growth Workshops page for the next one that we'll be doing. We try to do them once every 1 to 2 weeks, and then just register for it. And yeah, we'll have them still coming around. So appreciate all you guys stopping in today, and I hope you have a great New Year's, because it is going to be 2022 the next time I see you guys. So happy New Year.
Don't you dad joke us. Don't
safe.
You do it. Don't you say see you next year. Hey, Victor, year. What if since some people did win the $100, is there some sort of discount code for the people that came live?
Yeah.
That we can give them for the workshop?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second and I'll put it in there.
Especially those you guys that wait to stay.
I'm gonna put up.
I'd like to say something while people are still on. If anyone doesn't know what Sandra's 5x5x5 is, ask her. I just got another message about help with insurance this morning, so it works.
Thanks, Kathy. It does.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't in Sandra's program, she does have a super affordable program that's vastly underpriced called Newsfeed Nobility. How much is that, Sandra?
I'll tell you what. Right now it's $97. I just ended a Christmas special, but if you guys want to join, I'll let you in at the $50 a month. Shoot me a message and I'll get you the Christmas discount code, and that's for life. Well, as long as you're active, concurrently active.
$50 a month. You get Sandra coaching you guys each and every week using her 5x5x5 method and other methods that she teaches. I mean, it's literally the best deal you can get. I mean, you're going to be garnering leads, you know, each and every day organically, basically for $50 a month to have her teach you how to do it the right way. So it's a hell of a deal. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, just connect with Sandra and let her know, and she'll get you guys taken care of. But I've got the discount also in the chat for 50% off. I'll put it also into the page when I upload the video in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whenever it's done downloading. And whoever wants to attend in person, just hop on that link and you'll have 50% off right there. All right. So as Sandra would say, or would not say, I'll see you guys next year.